Welcome to Manual Ignition. I'm Matt.
And I'm Chris.
And we got a creepy ass dolly for you today.
Creepy is an understatement.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So we received this doll, and a letter came with it. It wasn't named, I guess. They
did not want to be identified.
And I don't blame them when you see this doll. What they said on us was that they bought this doll at a thrift shop, and the dream started. They felt like something was trying to choke them in their sleep. They didn't want to believe it was this doll, but they swore it was. And I truly believe it might have been. I feel like it has been watching me, and I just don't feel comfortable with it in my house. I was so bothered that I asked a psychic friend about it, and they were really worried as soon as they saw it and said it needs to be destroyed. Honestly, I get that. I get that.
Yeah. Well, we're going to help them out.
Well, okay. That's what we do here.
All right.
It's already creepy.
Yeah, it is definitely already creepy. Yeah, well, we're about to fix that.
Fix or make worse?
Well, you tell me. I feel like we're fixing.
I'm not yet convinced.
What? Is it the face turning black?
That, and it's apparently moving, so that just weirds me out a little bit. I can see why they wanted to get rid of this doll.
Yeah, we are hitting it with a lot of heat. There is a burner in front of it, so yeah, that should explain the movement, but...
How much heat do you think we're putting to it right now?
About 2,000 degrees.
2,000 degrees?
Yeah.
And it's doing pretty well compared to what we've seen in the past.
I have to say that compared to a lot of stuff, it isn't doing incredibly well. Like it's taking a long time for this to even like show any signs of burning through. So this looks like, from what I understand from Poland, it's marked on the bottom. The feet right now look like a meteor coming into the atmosphere.
I was going to say a lit cigarette, but you do you.
Well, you see the sparks like pushing back towards her because of the burner. It looks like something coming into orbit.
Yeah,
you know, like
same effect, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it kind of is. And so she's made out of sawdust, and that's probably why. Yeah, there we go. We finally got it to that heat because the sawdust is so packed in there that it all just kind of has to get to that right temperature to light off.
Makes me wonder how houses used to get lit on fire if everything was built like this instead of out of plastics like they are now. It took forever to light up.
Yeah,
You gotta be really irresponsible.
Well, that's the thing, is I think people were like, well, you know, it's made out of sawdust, it's got to be super flammable. Well, yeah, if it leaks, but I mean, if it's still packed in there, it should be pretty good for a while. Yeah. Not to mention, there's not nearly the toxic chemicals that you get when it burns.
Right.
So this is just like paper and cotton and stuff burning.
So you're saying fuel needs air to burn? Is that?
I think that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Weird. Heard that before somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, now you see the individual strands burning, but the strands right there with the needs air, they're only burning from the sides where oxygen can get to them.
Makes sense. Still super creepy.
It is super creepy. I have to say, I really like the look on the face, like the contrast of a bright fire with the black face. It just looks really cool.
It stands out, and it was almost like a glowing hood that it had, which was creepy.
You don't think glowing hoods are cool?
You know, when they're on demon doll faces, no, not as much actually.
That's pretty fair. Okay, I'll give you that one. Well, face is changing again, so
it is. How did the lead paint taste?
I did not lick her face.
No?
No. Something about Demon Doll just that actually got me probably a little more than the lead paint did.
Okay, fair enough.
But the face, from my understanding and looking at it, it looks like the face is made out of a canvas. So they just kind of like molded the canvas to look like a doll face, and then they would have painted the details on. So it looks like we burned. There's probably like maybe a porcelain or something under there, but we're burning through it pretty good now.
Yeah, it's still maintaining a lot of detail though. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. Like I think what's worse is just like you have the little creepy doll face, like looking out at you from flames.
Yeah, I think if it was possible, it's getting creepier.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. You know, she's probably not very happy right now with us.
Who could blame her? I mean, I get that.
I think we're about to lose the right arm now. So yeah, yeah. We have completely burned through her right arm at this point. There it goes.
Lefty's still hanging on.
Lefty's still hanging on.
God, it gets creepier.
It does.
And she's like sinking together.
Yeah. Yeah, we're losing a lot of the details now, except for the face.
Yeah, it's creepy that the face is still there, but you can see the threads and everything glowing in the arms, and it's so cool looking.
Okay, I will give you, it is very creepy. As we're pushing the burner in right now, the face is kind of pulsing, and it looks like the imperfections in the canvas are making it look like there's veins in her face. Yeah, and it also seems like her eyes are glowing red right now. I swear to God, we didn't doctor that footage at all. This is exactly what this is exactly what her eyes look like when we were burning it.
Did you check for a pulse before you did this? I'm just out of curiosity.
No? You're the EMT. I didn't.
So when the demon gets expelled from a toy,
look at that.
it's not expelled yet. It's still definitely in there.
No, it's in there. Yeah, I would say it's in there. Yeah,
it's absolutely in there. Where does it go though?
I don't know. They didn't teach us that in fire investigator school. You know, when you burn things that are cursed,
right?
Not even a chapter on it.
Yeah, but like, where does the curse go? I mean, is it like the nearest object? Are they wanting to be free and travel? I mean, it's cold up here in Raleigh this time of year. Maybe they want to go south. I don't know.
Hell if I know. Speaking of traveling, I mean, you really should try to get an outfit like that for your bike.
It would be warmer. I mean, I've got a heated suit that I plug into the bike, but you know, this would be pretty spectacular, I gotta say.
No one would miss you. Like, no one would be able to do.
That's true.
Everyone would see. It would be 100% safe. Absolutely.
I like it, actually.
I don't think that people would appreciate how many 911 calls it would make. Like every fire department in the area that you everywhere you go down the highway, they're going to be calling.
Be worth a try. What do I need? Just sawdust?
You should start with sawdust. Oh, see, we're doing the final push right now, and the cool thing is it makes it look like she's kind of like this glowing thing, kind of like Mr. Burns on that episode of The Simpsons.
Look, there it is.
Eerily similar. Oh, and that's just creepy right there.
Oh, you mean the little flaming girl with the eyes staring out at you?
And now that the flames aren't really being pushed and you're getting that shadows, that's worse than it was before. You made it worse.
Oh, well, At least it's not around giving her dreams anymore. Well, I'm sorry, I assumed it was her. I don't. No, it was anonymous. We don't have it.
Is it giving you dreams?
No.
It doesn't look like that demon's dead yet.
See, it looks kind of like there's a smile on her face.
Who smiles when they're on fire?
A demon.
That's my point.
Ooh, check it out. I love doing the time lapse because you really see like the action of this. She moved a lot more than I really like. Just looking at it, you didn't realize how much she moved. I mean, I think you were paying more attention to it, but yeah.
But she wasn't trying to escape the fire. She was leaning into it.
See, that's a warning sign right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing from the front. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's super creepy. But this thing does last. How long did this overall toy last in the burner?
It was over 10 minutes.
Over 10 minutes. That's considerably longer than some of the past things you've done.
Yeah, it was incredible. Honestly, when we put it in the burn lab, we weren't sure. We actually were like, oh my God, is the thing going to actually go or not?
Huh.
Yeah.